Heel Turn Podcast. I am your host, Big Al. With me, as always, is
Nick, the Shockmaster.
Oh, God.
McGee.
That intro gets more elaborate every week.
and our technical producer, Sensational Sosie.
Hello.
Today, we are going to talk about the aftermath of the pay-per-view Payback, Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown. Let's take things away with things that happened during Payback. Nick, I understand you left in the middle of Payback.
I left as about CM Punk was coming to the ring, I believe. I'm not quite sure
I believe that's
exactly when I left. But from the beginning of the pay-per-view to the time I left, I say the pay-per-view, I had to give it like a C-. I mean, we saw a very mediocre triple threat match in which my guy, Curtis Axel, I'm his number one fan, had the perfect victory by winning the perfect mid-card championship called the Intercontinental title.
On Father's Day.
On Father's Day, all give praises to Kurt Hennig.
He can't hear you.
On Father's Day.
That's cold.
That's just cold.
I didn't say where that was.
We know he's dead. Stop that already. You know, all give praises to Kurt Hennig. You know, Curtis Axel winning was an emotional win. And, of course, that shows the power of a Paul Heyman doing it again for another Paul Heyman guy. And AJ Lee winning the Divas Championship is long overdue.
Long overdue.
Long overdue. You know.
She had to earn it.
Dean Ambrose outsmarted Kane, obviously. And as we saw in the World Title match, we saw a double switch. Del Rio became a heel and Dolph Ziggler slowly becoming a face.
Now, with AJ Lee staying a heel, do you think that she will have to eventually break up with Ziggler?
Yes, she has to. She has to break up with Zig.
And then what will happen with...
They're going to get a divorce, and she's going to get Big E in the settlement.
Yes.
She gets the kid.
Yeah, Big E, she will get full physical and legal custody of Big E Langston.
I hope they adopted him, because him coming out of tiny little AJ Lee...
Oh.
That's just bad. And Big E Langston could be like her. No, she's Shawn Michaels, and he's Diesel. Or
he's Sensational Sherry, and...
he's Virgil.
I was going to say she's Shawn Michaels, and he's Sensational Sherry.
Oh, there you go. That
or
works.
she's Macho Man, and he's Elizabeth.
Oh.
R.I.P. Macho Man and Elizabeth.
May you rest in peace, both of you. Les Luger, you better get on your hands and knees and say something out there, because we know you're responsible. Oops.
Oh, come on now.
Oops.
Hey, leave the total package alone.
Yeah, the total package, all right. Now we got nothing but dead air because Big Al is he's eating his ice, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I have...
Look, he almost choked on his ice.
Okay, let's talk about...
No, we're not going to edit that out. That was funny.
Totally good at it.
Yes, let's talk about Ziggler versus Alberto Del Rio.
He won the world title for the people. And the people crapped all over him in Chicago. Those ungrateful immigrants out there in Chicago crapped all over Alberto Del Rio. And he put his body on the line for several months. Finally won the World Heavyweight Championship back after it was stolen from him the day after WrestleMania. He done it for the people and they crapped on him. He should be kind of ticked. I would be ticked off too. You gonna cheer for a man who don't respect you, who claimed to be a show-off, who went through head trauma? You gonna cheer for that guy?
Honestly, though, the way Alberto worked that match against Ziggler I would have booed him too. Just the constant attacks to a man who recently had a head injury. It was just
That's
so
what he's supposed
brutal.
to do. He's supposed to be vicious. That was Vince McMahon asked of him a year ago, to be vicious. And for that one night only, he became vicious.
Yeah, but there's a difference between the way Ziggler won and the way Alberto won. You know, working someone's leg is not going to kill them. Working someone's head who's already has a head injury, you know, kayfabe, you know, that could kill them. That's what we're looking at. That's the difference.
No head trauma. Don't get in the ring. Obviously, he must not be medically clear. Maybe from a storyline standpoint, Triple H should jump down Vicky Guerrero's throat. But hey,
that would have been great.
Hey, this guy technically was not really clear because the the moment he took his first bump to the head, he was all woozy. What's going on with that? From a storyline standpoint, that would have been cool. That's what they should have done.
Yeah, but then they would have had the media come down. Because it would have. I think it would have attracted the media attention.
I don't think so, because it's doing exactly what it's saying. You shouldn't have did that.
I mean, look at what the NFL's going through with their players getting concussions and players being allowed to go back on the field, and they still having concussion-like symptoms. They didn't get the proper checkup for the neurologist neurologists on the sidelines. They didn't go through the proper testing, sort of like an impact test. The very same impact test that Fandango went through and failed.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons he got not only pulled from the pay-per-view, but pulled from the road as well. He didn't pass the impact test. He was still showing concussion-like symptoms, and Ziggler failed it too. That's why his was a little bit more severe, so that's why he was gone for basically, 30 days?
Yeah.
Coach says it's okay if you're bleeding from the ears. To quote, not another teen movie.
That was a funny movie.
Yes, it was. Okay, well, I think the program that they're running with Alberto right now, with his heel turn, is great.
Let me say this. I agree with the heel turn, but I disagree with the fact that they had to jump shot the bell on him. That was a bad booking decision.
Yeah.
They should
I think Ziggler should have kept it.
Exactly. Ziggler should have kept it. Play up the sympathy card for him. Let it be a slow heel turn as a world heavyweight champion. Mm-hmm. Then when he dropped it to Del Rio got more of a heel reaction. Ziggler would have been super over as a face. And you would just kept the belt on Ziggler at least another 30 days. At least until SummerSlam or either Night of Champions. But Night of Champions probably would be stretching a bit. Yeah. But at least kept it until SummerSlam.
Now, the whole thing with Alberto Del Rio on Monday night, we were there, and the crowd just booed him the moment his music hit.
Yeah, they booed him out.
Number one, he's Mexican. That's why they booed him. Let's be honest.
Even the Mexicans were booing him, though.
How you say no in Spanish? Just simply no?
Oh, it's no. Yeah, no is no.
I thought it'd be another word, you know, but I'm not going to mention it here on the Heel Turn podcast. But, yeah, of course he should get booed. I mean, this is the type of heat that Del Rio been looking for ever since he came into the company. He got it. But I just personally felt they would held off on it a little bit. He would got more of a heat. He would got more. Right now, the fans are confused where they should cheer or boo Ziggler. It's kind of mixed right now. But I'm pretty sure in the next week or two, fans going to lean more towards cheering.
It wasn't mixed in our section. When he jumped out on Monday night, it was cheers. People were standing on their seats. It was they love some Dolph Ziggler.
I think Ziggy is the man. He will be your next star.
He is the next star. He's the future. I see a WrestleMania main event with Dolph Ziggler in it. I see that in the future.
As do I.
Could be Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan.
Ooh, that would be amazing.
That would be.
Or Ziggler versus Punk again.
You know what would be really awesome? I think if they were to turn Cena heel again and keep Ziggler face, that would be good.
That actually would be great, but they're saving Cena for Taker.
Really?
Yeah.
You think that's what's going to happen?
Yeah, Taker versus Cena has been heavily discussed.
It's been done.
Taker. No, it hasn't.
Well, not on WrestleMania, but
but
it's been done.
The fear with Cena versus Taker. The fear is Cena will probably be the one to end the streak. And you know what? You want to turn Cena heel? That's the way to do it. Have him end Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. That's it. That will blow everything up. His heel turn will be bigger than Hogan turning heel.
But here's the thing. If he does do that, is Taker done?
Yeah. He's done. Done
in Hall of Fame and get your ring.
Speaking of done Hall of Fame, get your ring.
Get pay over $100,000
One
a year.
of those Shawn Michaels, I love you.
Right.
I'm sorry. Kick to the face.
Speaking of done over and give me a ring, let's talk about the return of Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam. The whole Blippi show. Rob Van Dam.
Okay.
The whole darn show.
All right.
What's wrong with RVD coming back to the WWE? You know it was going to happen the moment you saw him at the Hall of Fame.
I know.
You knew it was happening.
We all knew it was going to happen, but here's the thing.
And TNA gave no indication that they were going to bring him back either.
Yeah.
This he basically say, you're gone. Bye.
Yeah, well, they don't know what they're doing.
We have Wes Briscoe. We don't need Rob Van Dam.
Yeah.
Now, Rob Van Dam, I think if he has a limited scheduling, much like Brock Lesnar, I think it'd be great. I think
You know what? According to 411mania.com and WrestlingObserver.com, that Van Dam does have a short-term contract with limited dates. And he won't attend too many live event shows. So his contract is not a Brock Lesnar type contract. It's maybe a step and a half down from a Brock Lesnar. I think he's on a Jericho type deal, a Chris Jericho type contract. But and according to those same reports, they say Triple H is the mastermind behind that. Because Triple H gave Chris Jericho that sweetheart part-time deal. He basically gave Van Dam the same thing. Because Van Dam spent the last, let's be honest, he spent the last 3 years part-time schedule in TNA.
Yeah,
and you're telling him that they're spending 3 years on a part-time schedule, basically coming to work twice a week to do TV tapings and one major pay-per-view. He gonna go back being full-time in the role for over 200 days a year? I don't think so. Given his age, no, you don't want that. He was a young guy, yeah, full-time, give it to me. But for him being his age, and given the fact 1998 called and he's still doing the same moves and they want their moves back.
Yeah, but here's the thing about Rob Van Dam. I've never seen somebody get so much height or distance off of a frog splash.
Yeah, he has the best frog splash in the business, believe it or not. But you know what I would tell Rob? This is the prick side of me coming out. I would tell Rob, take your butt down to NXT and learn at least 5 different moves.
Wow.
5 more different moves. Because you do the same thing. Rolling Thunder, kick, frog splash, Van Dam in there. Van Terminator, 1, 2, 3, match over. Okay, thank you.
I hope his singlet doesn't get mixed up in the laundry with Ryback's.
Well, one person threw out there on Twitter that the reason Van Dam came back is to get his wardrobe back from Ryback. That's probably why you haven't seen Ryback on TV. He's trying to hide his clothes from Van Dam. Hope they don't get mixed up and see Rob come out and it says Ryback on the back of it.
You know what? That would be funny. It'd be like, sorry.
Or how about when Van Dam returns that Money in the Bank, him and Ryback are in a Money in the Bank match and they're wearing the same outfit. Hey!
It'd be like 2 girls showing up at the prom wearing the same outfit.
Well, hey!
Okay,
that'd be a good feud. Van Dam versus Ryback. Even though it'd probably be a crappy wrestling match, but still be kind of cool.
Yeah, because Ryback has to learn how to wrestle first.
Still be cool.
So does Van Dam.
Oh!
But my booking prediction here is basically Van Dam comes back and Paul Heyman will attempt
Who will they put him with as far as an opponent?
Curtis Axel.
Ooh.
Curtis Axel over the Intercontinental title.
Ooh.
I mean, Van Dam's a former Paul Heyman guy, but if you remember going back to, I hope somebody out there go to Facebook.com/The Hill Turn Podcast to help me out with this one. The year that Paul Heyman screwed Van Dam out of the ECW Championship, and Van Dam lost the ECW Championship to the Big Show. I believe it was 2006. Van Dam has not forgotten about that. He still had a grudge against Heyman from a storyline standpoint. So, any thought of Heyman approaching Van Dam and trying to make him a Paul Heyman guy will be that's a storyline by itself that'd be very interesting. And you could insert a Curtis Axel into the storyline. Van Dam's already over. Van Dam really doesn't need a title right away.
No.
He really doesn't. So Van Dam can actually do his service by coming in and put over Curtis Axel. And maybe we could have a Van Dam versus Curtis Axel match at SummerSlam for the IC belt.
Speaking of Curtis Axel, do you think they're just trying to bury the whole Wade Barrett thing with Curtis Axel? Because I noticed they keep pushing Barrett back away and promoting The Miz. And just Barrett's going to end up in obscurity.
I can see Wade Barrett in some weird way being repackaged for some weird reason. I don't know.
Maybe he's going with the
Wyatt
family.
He is kind of boring right now.
I wouldn't say he would go with the Wyatt family. He'd be the wrong choice. I can see Wade Barrett's like our new William Regal. Pop in, You get a push, we put a belt on you for a few months, and you basically just disappear, and we bring you back when we feel like it. Because Barrett is a good worker.
Mm-hmm.
He's arguably probably your most consistent, solid heel in your mid-card roster.
Yeah.
And to me, I actually enjoy his Intercontinental title run. I just wish he would have
More
better
personality.
Well, no, he has the personality. I just wish he had better feuds. I mean, when you stick on with someone like R-Truth, after that, what are you going to do with R-Truth? Then you get The Miz right after that. And The Miz don't give you nothing because he's already a corny face as it is.
Yeah, he should never be a face.
He should never, ever be a face. And I feel sorry for Curtis Axel, but at least Curtis Axel will look at The Miz as being another stepping stone. Even defeating The Miz in a feud is not going to help his style.
Well, considering The Miz is a former heavyweight champion.
And over half our audience just tuned out because they forgot the fact that The Miz... They just
he beat
now
Cena
forgot.
at WrestleMania.
Thanks to The Rock, by the way. And with everyone forgotten about it.
Hey, that little girl never forgot.
No, that was when he beat Randy Orton.
This is when he cashed in Money in the Bank and beat Randy.
Just
But no one remembers the fact that The Miz beat John Cena. The only thing I remember that WrestleMania was The Rock giving John Cena a rock bottom. That's all I remember. And The Rock closing out the show standing on the ropes. With his tight sunglasses.
True.
His tight sunglasses.
That's the only thing I remember. But at least Curtis Axel could use him as a stepping stone, and Rob Van Dam in my booking position ultimately will...
So is that your book it?
In some weird way, that's my book it.
Okay.
We keep on talking about other stuff.
Yeah, I have a segment I'd like to call WWE Casting Call. Honestly,
hang on to your job straps, everybody. And for you girls out there, hang on to your bras. Make sure it's tightly fastened.
Honestly, I think there should be more wrestlers cast in movies. They perform every week. They play larger-than-life characters. Like, I thought Brodus Clay, I could see him in horror movies. Just his look. He looks
like a
frightening.
monster. Yeah.
So you're saying he could go play the role of Godzilla in the Godzilla remake that's coming out about a year or so?
We didn't say animals.
No. I'm saying more like.
Well, you said
I could
casting.
see him.
It could be
I could
anything.
see him like as in, like a slasher movie.
Like the one he did.
Yeah, like the one he did, or
Okay.
like or
Or
I
he
can
could
also
play
see-
some deranged psychopath in next season of Hannibal.
yeah, I could see.
I would like for them to start with TV and then go.
That'd actually be the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my other thing is, I think Mick Foley would be perfect as somebody's
Uncle.
father,
Oh, father.
like their.
Someone
Well, I
call.
keep thinking superheroes and they don't get dads.
No,
So-
I'm talking
If
like.
anyone has connections to Clint Eastwood, tell him to contact the Heel Turn Podcast at twitter.com/the Heel Turn Podcast. That's our Twitter handle, the Heel Turn Podcast.
Heel Turn Podcast, no the.
Oh, Heel Turn Podcast. No duh. Just the Heel Turn Podcast. And have Clint Eastwood tweet us about the possibility of Mick Foley being in one of his movies.
No, seriously, because Mick Foley, he comes off as such a good father figure.
Well, he's a good father.
Yeah, he is a good father.
I
Have you
saw
seen
his
White
wife
Swap?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying he would be awesome in the role as, say, some teenage daughter coming of age movie.
Unlike Hogan,
Yeah.
who put butt spray on his daughter and let his son kill somebody. But,
Yeah.
He didn't
crap.
kill him. He didn't kill him.
Oh, yeah, he's in a vegetarian state. Sorry.
Vegetarian
Might as
state.
well be.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
But, and my other casting call, I think Randy Orton
Here we
is
go.
the next breakout action star from the WWE.
I suggest Randy Orton put on a green mask to be the next Green Lantern.
I think he should be Shazam. He should be...
Shazam?
No, not Shazam. Black Adam.
Alright, you gotta fill me on this.
Black Adam is the dark version of Shazam.
Oh, okay.
Same powers, except
Villain.
villain.
Or could Randy Orton be Ant-Man?
Ooh. No, because Ant-Man's a drunk and he hits his wife.
No.
Oh. Go ahead, say it, Sosie. Sosie's by her tongue,
Rock is
ladies and
perfect.
gentlemen.
Oh, see that.
Oh.
The views of Big Al
Well,
are not necessarily those of the Heel Turn
Podcast, and you want to write to the Hill Per Podcast, our address is blah, 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 blah. And during our pre-show fist fight, during our pre-show fist fight, Big Al mentioned the possibility of Sheamus, stereotyping Sheamus in a movie, and wanted to make him some Irish thug. I mean, Sensational Souls, what do you think of Sheamus being cast as like some Irish thug, like he's in the IRA?
I don't condone that. I don't condone stereotyping. Why he can't be like...
He could also be somebody's dad.
Oh my god.
I could go to the papers if I have to.
Oh god. See, like Sheamus should be in a Will Ferrell movie.
Yes. He would be actually great in comedy.
Yeah.
He's actually a really funny guy.
You know what? He should be in the Will Ferrell movie.
I'm still waiting for like a remake of Bad Boys with John Cena and Randy Orton. That's what I want.
Oh my god. I just pee on myself.
It can't be worse than the other one.
Yeah. Wait, which Bad Boys? Will Smith and Martin Lawrence?
Yeah.
Or Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
No. There was a Sean Penn one.
Oh yeah. Not that one.
Well, Sheamus could be in the remake of Mystic River.
Oh.
In a few years, he could be. You know, he could be the guy who got raped as a boy.
Oh.
Sheamus could also be Silent Bob in the new Clerks movie.
Hey, there you go. Hey, Sheamus can be in the Clerks movie. Think about it.
Good.
He could be some pompous Irish convenience store owner who opened up a convenience store right across the street.
Across the street.
Quicker stop. Anyways, we're getting a little off topic, but those are my picks. I mean, seriously, WWE, even the TNA guys, like...
Hey, Kurt Angle done a movie, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna gloss over that. We're gonna gloss over Kurt Angle.
Did Rob Van Dam do a movie too?
Yes,
We're not
he
gonna
did.
talk about that. Okay, Rob Van Dam's acting skill can be summed up in this quoted line. Get up, mother...
And we got crickets.
That's exactly, because Rob Van Dam cannot act.
No, that's very true.
Well,
Rob Van Dam could be in the Marine 4.
Oh.
No.
Rob Van Dam, the Van Terminator. The Marine 4, the Van Terminator.
No, have Sergeant Slaughter in the Marine 4.
Oh, God.
He played a Marine for most of his career.
Hey, listen, he could be someone's like mentor or grandfather or something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, totally.
Slaughter, yeah. Well, one WWE movie that's been successful is The Call with Halle Berry. That was successful.
Yeah, it was.
The critics actually thought it was interesting.
And
It's coming out on DVD this Tuesday, so I encourage everybody to go out and buy it. And no, I'm not getting a check for it. I just think Halle Berry's very attractive.
Not so much in that movie. Her hair was kind of weird.
Yeah, her hair was kind of off. It was almost like the same hairstyle she had in Gothica a little bit.
Yeah, it was weird.
Another movie I've never seen.
What's that?
Gothica.
That was a good movie.
I'll watch it. Now, I also think that Caitlyn...
I love Caitlyn, by the way.
I think she could be the next Rogue.
Ugh.
Like an older Rogue.
Okay, I'll give you that. We also said during the pre-show fist fight about Natalya being Ms. Marvel.
You know what? She's got the size. She's got the attitude. She's got the musculature.
Yeah.
And she can actually...
And can the Great Khali be Mr. Fantastic?
No, Great Khali, he can be...
Dr. Doom?
No.
Yo, you know who'd be the perfect Dr. Doom? Dean Ambrose. Ambrose would be a perfect Dr. Doom.
And I don't know if he can pull off an Eastern Europe accent.
I think he can.
Anything's teachable.
I know.
I just think Dean Ambrose can do anything. I want Dean Ambrose for president. I want him for dictator. Like,
Speaking of...
And I want Dean Ambrose to take DNA test to make sure he's not Roddy Piper's son.
Yeah.
Speaking of Dean Ambrose and the Shield.
The most awesome thing in wrestling.
Yes.
Until the Wyatt family shows up.
I think the WWE, since they are turning the Funkadactyls heel as far as the...
Potentially
heel.
It's been done on house shows. It's been done on Superstars where nobody watching anymore.
But if they do it and they also turn Tons of Funk heel, which they definitely have to drop the name, they could be the next natural disasters.
Just they're way more athletic.
Yes, a lot more athletic. I mean, Tensai, Brodus Clay.
Well, you have to drop Tenzai. You have to call him A-Train or Albert.
Yeah, you definitely have to go back to A-Train.
Or Albert.
I think
Albert.
I think A-Train.
You think A-Train?
Yeah.
What's the new name though? Because they, like you said, they can't keep Tons of Funk. That's
Tons of destruction.
Well, it'd be great if they become a heel tag team because other than the Shield, they could be next in line. The Shield eventually drop the tag belts. They'd be the next heel group in line to get the tag belts.
Yeah.
And plus, with that, you need a pure face tag team. And you look at WWE. I hate to say this, and I know some people out there in the podcast go slap me for this, and which you're more than welcome to. And you go to facebook.com/the Heel Turn Podcast. And I had to say, maybe the Usos.
Definitely.
Are the next face tag team that you have out there, which is kind of sad because Tyson Kidd, he's injured, so him and Gabriel can't get together. And
Where is Gabriel?
He's on the shelf.
He's on NXT. I've been seeing. He's been on WWE Main Event on Wednesday nights.
I don't watch that.
He's on the shelf.
But and also, we don't know when Evan's coming back. They keep saying he's wrestling down there NXT, but
they keep saying he's coming back. He's coming back. And
you know what? They're going to probably do a whole vignette series after the Wyatt family with him.
I don't think.
Or will he be a surprise entry in a Money in the Bank match?
That would be awesome.
I remember that one year he came out. Everybody cut a cool promo. All the participants, and Evan comes out with his little microphone saying, "I'm here to steal the show," and threw up his 2 fingers. I'm like, you freaking dork.
Yeah, the thing about Evan Bourne, he played a heel for most of his career prior to WWE.
Well,
the thing is, he can't do that with the WWE. I don't think successfully because he can't talk. He's like Brock Lesnar when he opens his mouth. If Brock Lesnar opens his mouth,
you immediately
are not scared.
Here's the thing with Evan. He played a heel a little bit on ROH, but not throughout his whole time. And he definitely was a heel in Wrestling Society X that used to come on MTV.
Yes.
What's going to put Evan over as a heel is his actions. It's not so much his mic skills.
Right.
He basically had to go in the ring and just do it. I like your idea a couple podcast episodes ago.
Oh, we edited that out. We have to actually talk about that.
Okay.
Bringing him back and turning him heel.
Turn him heel and maybe potentially hook him up with like a Paul Heyman. Mm-hmm. He'd be a perfect Heyman guy. That'd be a nerve project for Heyman. If he wants to go after the U.S. title or something like that, you could get Evan Bourne to do it. Plus, Evan could get into a major feud with Kofi if he wants to because
they were a tag team.
They were a tag team, and Kofi dumped him and got R-Truth, and they had their run for the tag titles, and he basically left Evan high and dry.
And
that's
also,
a major feud right there.
And also, you don't have any high flyers that are heels other than Seth Rollins.
That's very true.
Other than Seth Rollins,
well, I don't consider Seth Rollins a high flyer.
He's a higher flyer than everybody else is a heel.
Well, to me, he's more like a hybrid.
Yeah,
he's a hybrid. I wouldn't call him a pure high flyer.
Well, then if you take him out of the equation, you have none.
You have none. All your high flyers are faces. Rey Mysterio, after he goes through his 10th knee surgery,
he should not come back. He needs to.
He needs to go ahead and
retire.
Yeah, 6'1" retires, right. You got Sin Cara, who is the biggest bust Triple H has ever signed.
Yeah.
You know, they need to just go ahead and release that guy.
You have Justin Gabriel. You have
Justin
Kofi
Gabriel,
Kingston,
who has great potential. They just don't know what to do with him. I feel sorry for the guy.
Guy can't talk either.
No, he can't talk, and that's a failure of their previous developmental system before Triple H took over. It's like, ain't no way you should call up a guy who cannot freaking talk on the mic.
Right.
Ain't no way he should have been called up. They need to just say, Gay, we're going to send you back to NXT. We'll have Dusty Rhodes, Joey Mercury of all people, Lance Storm when he comes down there once in a while, Perry Saturn, and all those guys work with you on your mic skills. Because
you know who'd be
you're great in the ring, but you have no mic skills and no personality.
Right.
You know what'd be great for him is if he came back as this generation's Billy Kidman.
He's almost typecast that way now because Kidman had no personality until they revamped WCW again.
Yeah, but Kidman, I love Kidman because he could work and he didn't have to say a word. He just did.
But Kidman didn't have to really say anything because the Cruiserweight division as a whole put him over.
Right.
In WWE, there is no Cruiserweight division.
They should bring it back.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Who has Spanky's number? Go call him and get him in the ring.
Who, Brian Kinrich? If he's not smoking weed today, if he's not stoned.
They just signed RVD. Come on.
Okay, you got me there.
Randy Orton still has a job.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, under a short-term contract, he shouldn't get caught doping because he won't show up there when they do the dope test.
Just, hey, what's up?
I came after it was over. What happened?
Anyways,
Oh, my piss is in the locker room. It's in the cup.
it's in the cup already.
but let's talk about the Wyatt family. Apparently, their vignettes are getting
Every time I
creepier
see their vignettes, I have nightmares.
No.
Really
I want a
have
sheep's
nightmares.
mask.
I'm afraid to walk through my apartment. I will see someone walk around with a sheep mask. I'm literally scared of the Wyatt family.
All right, WWE, you really need to get on to the merchandise for the Wyatt family.
Right now,
Sheep's mask.
sheep mask, just pure sheep mask.
Yes.
Vince put the little WWE logo on it in the inside of it, saying that it's yours, so you get your check.
Because if they premiere soon,
it's saying 3% to Dusty Rhodes, who came up with the idea.
if they premiere soon, I just wish that the writer who came up with the vignettes actually is an active writer on staff. That's what I hope.
I like to know who the writer is, and that writer should be in charge of just the Wyatt family.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just the Wyatt family. Your job is to put them over. And I'm pretty sure the former Husky Harris is very capable of putting himself over.
Right.
And I'm pretty
Those
sure
other two, I don't know.
those other two, not the greatest mic skills in the world, but that's why you got Wyatt
Husky
there.
Harris.
That's why you got him there.
Yeah.
He's the mouthpiece.
He's the mouthpiece.
You guys
And
are the
who would have
bruisers.
thought that? Because he didn't say a word too much when he was Husky. When
He was Husky and they gave him the mic during season 2 of NXT, he blew everybody away with his mic skills.
Oh, see, I didn't watch that.
He blew everybody away. It's like,
So
wow.
why, when they became Nexus, and he joined,
They dropped the
They
ball.
didn't let him talk.
They dropped the ball with him and the former Michael McGillicuddy. They
Well,
dropped the
here's
ball
the thing.
with
Here's
both
the
of them.
thing with Husky Harris.
'Cause when you go
Vince
back to
didn't
see-
like him.
Yeah,
Vince
'cause
didn't like the way he
because-
looked.
Yeah, because he looked too much like Dusty Rhodes. Fat, pudgy, but he could move. He could wrestle. And
He still looks the same. He just grew a beard.
Well,
He lost some
He
weight.
He lost some.
He
but
went down there. He lost some weight. They basically say, well, we don't know what to do with the Husky Harris character. Well, the Husky Harris character got booted in the head by Randy Orton, so obviously that character cannot come back.
Yeah.
So you have to come back as somebody else. And they dropped the ball at McGillicuddy.
Yeah, the famous Tampunts that they call it.
Yeah.
They punch you back to Tampa.
Yeah, the Tampa Punts.
that should be the football team.
I mean, look at Mason Ryan. He hasn't been the same since he got punted in the head.
No.
No.
And that guy still has a job. Can you believe it?
Where did he go?
And that's a guy who Vince had big hopes for. A former FCW heavyweight champion.
Yeah, Welsh Batista. Where'd he go?
Yeah. What about Ezekiel Jackson? This guy's
Who?
going around the world creating a foundation, creating a non-profit foundation, and he has not been brought back yet. And he's healthy.
And where is what's that lawyer dude? I forget his name.
David Otunga? Holy crap! Has anyone seen David Otunga?
He went and shot that movie with Halle Berry
And never came back.
That's what Halle does to you, I guess.
We need to see right now. That's who could come in for Vicky Guerrero to go up against Triple H is David Otunga. She needs a lawyer.
Yes.
She needs a lawyer right now. Or Teddy Long could get him a lawyer when Booker T decides to come back from his little non-wrestling injury.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
had to have some sort of surgery thing.
Then
No,
there's
Teddy Long could say, well, according to the contract here, which my attorney will explain, and out comes David Otunga, and we can cheer for him again.
Yeah.
Yay, you suck as a wrestler, but we love you as a lawyer.
He's a great lawyer.
He graduated from Harvard.
Yeah, he's a great lawyer. As a wrestler, he's a great lawyer.
yes.
He came this close of banning the bro kick.
Now, what do you think of Wolverine versus Juggernaut for Money in the Bank?
AKA CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, everyone. Oh, this has potential to be probably one of the best feuds of 2013 because this is a feud that we were hoping for last year.
Yeah.
But instead, Brock Lesnar got trapped in this nostalgic feud with Triple H
yeah.
that lasts for almost a year. Everybody, can you believe that? They had 3 matches. Can you believe they got 3 matches? You wasted millions of dollars. You wasted millions of dollars on Brock Lesnar to basically feud with one guy.
Right.
He only had one match with Cena. There was no rematch.
Millions of dollars.
Oh,
millions of dollars.
millions of dollars. Thank you, primetime players. You know, you had one match with
Down
Cena.
the toilet.
One match with Cena. Nothing came out of it. No rematch.
No
No
nothing.
follow-up. No nothing. You went straight to the Triple H storyline, which they should have just one match.
Right.
No, Tripp has to get his win back. It took a few months, but Triple H got his win back at WrestleMania on the biggest stage of them all. And luckily, Brock got his win back on a B-rated pay-per-view, which actually helped because it shot up the numbers.
Yeah.
It shot up the numbers, so I would have to admit that. Now we finally get to see Brock Lesnar feud with someone other than Triple H. He can feud with Punk. Hopefully, after he gets done with Punk, he can feud with someone like Randy. Then maybe after Randy, we can finally get that rematch with Cena. After Cena, why not Sheamus? And hopefully, if they drop the whole Cena versus Taker idea, maybe we can get Taker versus Brock.
No.
Why no?
I don't think Brock could do Taker.
You think Brock would kill Taker, literally in the ring?
He might hurt him.
And that's what I'm talking about.
I think so. Because
Or we get Brock versus Daniel Bryan, for crying out loud.
Oh God.
Brock versus Dolph Ziggler. You know how much Ziggler would die in the ring if he faced Lesnar?
Oh man, he legit died.
Brock versus Evan Bourne.
No,
Dolph Ziggler take a bump and
that's a
literally
run-in
stops
for a promo on Monday Night Raw. Lesnar just come down to the ring and just destroy Evan Bourne on his return night.
Yeah, that would be good.
just slap.
Or Lesnar versus Van Dam. They wrestled each other before, and Lesnar destroyed Van Dam back a few years ago.
But I like the whole Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. These guys, they came up together in wrestling school.
Exactly.
They were both the youngest champions of each belt.
Yeah.
I think it would be great to see.
I agree. But first, I want Brock Lesnar versus Punk. It's going to be a great match. Punk has that UFC, Jiu-Jitsu, Karate background.
Yeah, you see him sporting a Gracie hoodie lately.
Exactly. I think this is going to be a great feud. I can't wait for it. I'm jacked for it. Can we just skip over Money in the Bank and go straight to SummerSlam?
No, because we got to have the return of Rob Van Dam.
But we could do that on Monday Night Raw. You can have Daniel Bryan win Money in the Bank at Monday Night Raw. And I don't know who can win the world title Money in the Bank. Maybe Curtis Axel? That'd be so cool.
No. Here's the problem with that. If they throw too many belts on the kid too early, it's going to stagnate.
Listen, you can do with the kid. You can have him walk around with the briefcase for at least a legit 1 year.
But wait, didn't they do that with Miz? Didn't he have a belt while he was holding the
briefcase? And he dropped the belt, but still had the briefcase.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It just no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm saying it right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I'm saying it right now, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said, you go to facebook.com/the for your comments. Curtis Axel winning the Money in the Bank, winning the world title Money in the Bank briefcase.
Well, what do you think of, how do you like the whole promo Mark Henry did on Monday night?
Was the greatest promo in WWE history. They should just hot shot the WWE Championship on Mark Henry, even if it's just for 24 hours.
I think they will put it on him.
I think they will, and he vacates it, and then it goes into a tournament.
Oh, no.
No. Just hear me out.
Oh, no.
Hear me out.
No. Then you mess up the whole thing and Brian winning the Money in the Briefcase thing.
Hear me out.
Okay.
You put it on him, he has it for like a month.
No, 24 hours.
No, a month.
Okay, a month. I'll give you that. A month. Okay, go ahead.
And then he's like, I'm really retiring this time. Comes out with a salmon suit.
No, it has to be a different color now if it's for real.
Okay, it's going to be purple.
How about an all-black suit?
Okay.
For all-black man.
Oh.
He sweats like he just got out of Lake Michigan.
But seriously, they put it, he vacates the belt after he retires. He just is like, I'm retiring. I don't want to drop the belt. He wants to retire a champion. He's earned that right.
So give him an edge like farewell? Because Edge vacated the world title.
Yeah, give him an edge like farewell. Because he has earned it. He's been with the company for over 15 years. He has earned the right to vacate with dignity and respect.
Here it is, Mark Henry. I'm a crew businessman. You're going to win the belt at Money in the Bank. You will hold it to the next night, and guess what? You're dropping it. And that's when Daniel Bryan will come out and announce he will cash in Money in the Bank at SummerSlam. And we have a proper Daniel Bryan versus Cena feud. Now, all of that could change. You know, Mark Henry could win the belt, hang on to it for a month, give Cena his rematch. Cena wins it back at SummerSlam. That'd be Henry's farewell.
Man, we got 2 buckets for the price of 1 today.
And Daniel Bryan could cash in his Money in the Bank. Not sneaky, but he could cash in his Money in the Bank till Night of Champions. Now, can someone tell me out there where is the Night of Champions pay-per-view this year? Where it's going to be? They already Philadelphia's Money in the Bank. LA is SummerSlam. Detroit. It's in Detroit.
So yeah,
it's in Detroit. Joe Louis Arena, Detroit.
Want to go?
I do want to go, but
I was telling my wife about that. I asked her, "Do you want to go?" But I think that's close to our pastor's anniversary.
But yes, Night of Champions. I agree with you.
Yeah, just Daniel Bryan cashing in Night of Champions against John Cena. I mean, I don't mind Mark Henry holding it for a month and lose at SummerSlam.
I don't mind it either. I mean, it's believable. I mean, he.
But this is like the same time when Mark Henry went through the World's Strongest Man push, and this is almost like similar to the season where he captured the World Heavyweight Championship. I remember at Money in the Bank a couple of years ago, he basically just destroyed the Big Show and basically put him out, sent the Big Show on a 5-month vacation. Then at SummerSlam, he defeats Sheamus. Then at Night of Champions, he won the world title for Randy.
Yeah. And then he got hurt not too long after that and had to
drop the belt to Big Show at TLC in December.
Where is Big Show?
No one cares. Don't mention Big Show. It make it too complicated. You have to bring Big Show back.
Yeah, but I have to say, he worked that entire crowd on Monday. We were there, and that whole crowd.
Listen, while I watched the video, I felt like crying when he mentioned his wife and his kid.
And I mean, dude can cry on cue too. I mean, he knew it wasn't working. Those tears were huge coming down his face, just like.
I thought his blood pressure was up again. Ain't that right, D'Lo Brown?
Oh.
Mark Henry for the next Tyler Perry movie.
Him and Michael Clark Duncan's dead. God bless his soul.
He could take all his roles.
Yeah, there you go. Take all of Michael Clark Duncan's own roles. Get Anthony Anderson in there.
Saints Row.
Yeah.
No, get Anthony Anderson, Terry Crews, Mark Henry. Boom, have a movie.
Oh yeah.
Why not Chris Rock too?
Yeah.
The new Tyler Perry movie, My Dear Friend's a Man.
Yes, Mark Henry.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Wonder how the presidency gonna work on that one.
She'll give birth to a foot. No, an elbow.
Well, if Mark Henry truly retires, he can't do the whole Vicky Guerrero thing where she bursts out a picture of Eddie Guerrero.
I don't want to picture Vicky birthing anything.
Well, just picturing Vicky Guerrero eating a sandwich that one Monday night was kind of unattractive. Yeah, I do think Vicky Guerrero is very attractive for a woman her age.
We do not condone at the Heel Turn podcast older women with younger men.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Better watch out.
I do not. How's that?
Well, another interesting bit that I found as I was surfing through the internet.
Okay, here we go.
I was on luresofpain.net, and they had this little piece up that someone on Twitter asked Diana Hart, the former wife of the deceased British Bulldog David Boy Smith, about the possibility of David Boy Smith going to the WWE Hall of Fame. And she'll reply, hopefully someday the WWE will appreciate everything David Boy has done. Hopefully Vince will appreciate it. And time will tell. So let's throw the question out there right now, and people go on our Facebook page and make comments on it. Should the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Not
within the next couple of years.
Yes.
I honestly, he should, but I think he should go in along with just about everybody who's went through the dungeon.
Yes. Yes. I mean, we're talking about. I'm going to go ahead and say his name, Chris Benoit. should definitely be inducted.
Yes.
If Mark the Heart stopped being a evil you-know-what.
Exactly.
And just let
It rhymes
freaking
with
Owen
witch.
in the Hall of Fame. Just let your husband into the Hall of Fame. The Fed will cut you a huge check if you let him into the Hall of Fame.
I hope her son goes into the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Just to break her heart.
I know. Break her heart.
I see what you did there.
Nice. Double fingers pointing at you, big guy.
Hey.
You
Who's
know.
clever and has two thumbs? This guy.
Exactly. Big Al. Yeah.
But I think, definitely Chris Benoit, definitely Owen Hart, but we're also forgetting,
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake. We're forgetting
Scott Hall.
Dynamite Kid.
I think Jake the Snake's going in this year.
You
I
really
think
think
so,
so?
If he stays clean.
If he stays clean,
he's going
and
in.
sober-
I know there are forces backstage that really would like to see Jake Roberts in the Hall of Fame.
I know there's forces backstage that would love to see Macho Man in the Hall of Fame.
If the rumors are true and he's the one that broke Stephanie McMahon's virginity, I don't know. There's rumors about that. There's something went down between him and Vince. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, well, but from what I heard from an interview that Larry said that Macho Man wanted them all to go in together, and that was one of his last wishes, that he didn't want to go into the Hall of Fame himself. He wanted the family in there.
And his father should go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
there's
about
no,
Larry.
There's no way Larry's going in.
I don't know about Larry, but if you want Papa to go into the Hall of Fame, then yeah, I'm down for that. But Larry, the genius,
Yeah.
that won't be a genius move.
No.
Not at all.
And it could be that Larry is just saying that so he can get in, but we don't. There's
That's
nothing.
right. Well, what about who else is out there? The big boss man, Ray Traylor,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Definitely. I mean, the feud he had with Big Show was legendary.
Oh, even before that, the feud he had with the entire Bobby Heenan family,
Dude!
from the
I forgot
Barbarian to
about that.
Haku to Mr. Perfect, where the whole feud started with Bobby Heenan making fun of his mother. Every single week on Superstars, Bobby Heenan made a point of making fun of the big boss man's mother, which actually became a freaking segment on the show.
I remember that.
Oh, Bobby Heenan.
Oh, Bobby Heenan, God
I
bless
miss you, Bobby.
He's
Although
not
Paul
dead.
Heyman, I have to say, is our generation's Bobby Heenan.
That's a guy who, when he officially says, you know what, I'm done with wrestling, should definitely go into the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Paul Heyman should go into the Hall of Fame.
Well, he started a movement with ECW.
And WWE need to give much of their edge to ECW because they looked at their crap and say, you know what, I think we could spin this, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's how they came up with the ladder matches. That's how they came up with the tables matches, the TLC matches. I don't care what Vince and them try to conjure up in their own fantasy type world, but a lot of their ideas came from ECW.
Yeah.
And Eric Bischoff needs to go ahead and mention that over in TNA as well. But TNA's stealing a lot of their stuff too. TNA's stealing a bunch of ideas from many different companies.
And how long has ECW been dead? 10 years now?
10 years and people are still chanting ECW.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a movement.
That's a movement. I don't hear too many people chanting TNA.
WCW.
If they
Or
are, they're not
WCW.
talking about the wrestling promotion.
Okay. And we are trying to get TNA President Dixie Carter on the show, so I hope this does not defend you, Dixie.
Well, you know. We have to be honest with ourselves as well as with our fan base.
Yes. Or 5 people who just watch.
Yeah.
3 of them are us.
Yeah.
Hey, there's one person out there who watches every single week, and I appreciate you.
I love you.
And you should email the Heel Turn Podcast at theheelturnpodcast@gmail.com.
I think we're going to wrap it up for the day.
Well,
we have to let it go to Sosie's segment because she's chomping at the bit with this one.
Well, hang on. Are we going to mention the whole Daniel Bryan thing?
What about it?
How they stopped the match? Oh, make a poor guy.
You know what? It happened. It was...
Did anybody see the Triple H rant?
No, I didn't
His
watch.
rant to Triple H?
No.
Oh, man.
But I will say this. When a wrestler is hurt, legit, and a match is stopped, and Daniel Bryan, he knows that the match is stopped, but he still has to sell his storyline and character, even with injury, I have to give props to him, and I also give props to Randy for
going along with it.
Yeah, totally.
But you know, we could talk about that at our next podcast. We could talk about how wrestling promotions are leaning towards protecting their wrestlers now. That's a whole.
I know. I mean, like according to a lot of old timer wrestlers, the rings today are glorified trampolines.
Yeah.
Compared to what they had to work on.
Oh, I can just imagine.
Like the sportatoriums, it was a step above a concrete slab.
Yeah. And anybody who have contact information of Bo Brazil Jr., he's more welcome to call into the Heel Turn podcast and do like a phone interview.
Yes, because one of the things I've been trying to work for ever since the inception of the Heel Turn podcast is to try and get one of our local information on our local wrestling legend, Bobo Brazil, and WWE Hall of Famer. Well, now it's time for Sosie's Fan Fic Fails.
Oh, no song this time?
No,
okay.
No song this time.
Okay. This week, we're going to talk about a something that happens in a lot of stories. Just to get some backstory on this, most fan fiction, whether it be slash or het, is written by teenage girls.
Oh my goodness.
Teenage girls who are not so experienced and really have no idea how certain things work. So for this week, we are going to talk about the delicate subject of reload time. Boys, you know what that is, right? Allie?
Time in between where you a guy ejaculates.
You don't have to put earmuffs on.
Time between ejaculations.
And Nick puts his earmuffs on. Nick, the married man with children, he's putting on earmuffs. There have been many stories
The
where
official Heel Turn podcast earmuffs.
they're patented.
No patent pending.
Not even all the way yet. It's pending.
Yes.
Okay.
Not all the way in.
There's been many stories where you will have wrestler A have sex with whoever, whether it be wrestler B or Mary Sue or who have you, and he will go.
We're talking about John Cena and Nikki Bella?
That's unfortunately reality, not fantasy.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a reality. And he will go 4 or 5 times in a row without stopping. That does not happen in real life, ladies.
You can
My
get
young
maybe
ladies.
1 or 2.
Yeah.
I say the max is 2.
Yeah.
And 2 if you
2
are
is really
lucky.
trying.
Yeah.
That's
2 is
really
2 is
trying.
Exhausting.
Yes. It will give you a possible heart attack.
And what I'm talking is,
I couldn't see out of my left eye for one time. I tried to go for 2.
Yeah, and we're talking about.
I have no comment.
We're talking about hit that point. Right, we're going right back into it. We're talking about ladies. There is a thing called reload time. Just like a gun, when it shoots, you have to wait a while. Reload.
Unless that lady is stupid and they think that guy is doing it several times in a row and it just blanks.
Yeah, if that's happening.
That's called goosebumps, ladies.
Thank you, Nick. I did not know that had a name. Thank you.
It's goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
I was unaware of that name.
But yeah, average out it takes about 15 to 20 minutes for your guy to reload. So when you're writing these scenes, ladies, when you're writing these scenes, you really need to put in some other stuff. Whether it be, let's go get a sandwich, let's watch something on TV, let's go take a shower. Something needs to happen.
And also, I want to mention, eventually that stuff's going to leak out. if not wearing a condom, that stuff's going to leak out of the girl or guy. And no, if I'm not mistaken, nobody goes running to the bathroom.
No one goes running to the bathroom in fan fictions. They should, because that's normal. It's normal to go running to the bathroom because it's kind of icky. Because, like I said, most of these are written by teenage girls.
Girls, that means you are trifling and nasty.
No, the girls that write these have no experience for the most. If you read these stories,
I'm just telling you that they're nasty.
No, I won't say that because I used to write fan fiction and it kept me from actually having things with real life boys that would have caused me to become.
I know, ladies, you watch Cinemax. You think the things on Cinemax that you're supposed to do in real life?
Yeah.
No, it's never like that.
It's not like that, ladies.
It's not.
All right, just stop. Just stop.
Like, there's the farting noise when air gets in there.
Yeah, I never hear that in a story at all.
There's like, sometimes something happens and you both start laughing and...
Of course, you should hear something. Just like you take Ken and Barbie, you just put them together, you hear a clap.
Yeah, like that Family Guy episode where The Rock was simulating sex with Lois and he just had her on the table and and Peter in his hand. And he just starts slamming Peter on top of Lois until she's off the table. And then he looks bored.
There was an
Yeah.
episode there?
Yes.
Yeah, there was. That was awesome episode.
What the crap? Really?
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
show it to you later.
Oh my god.
But that's what I just needed to help you ladies. Reload time. It exists. You have to have it. Men are not machines that you buy in the store that have the batteries.
That's called a vibrator.
Yeah, they can't keep
Even
going.
a vibrator doesn't leak.
Yeah.
Unless it's acid.
Oh, gross. I want to thank Big Al and Shockmaster Nick for helping me with this one because obviously I don't have
Like, Nick,
those
what's
parts.
your average reload time?
Oh.
I am not commenting on that. That is none of your business. No, stop touching my nipple.
Oh, wow. Well, how about you? I'm sure you'll answer the question. You don't care.
Oh, your mouth.
About 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
And if I'm really feeling good, because here's the thing: when a guy goes, the erection starts to go away.
Yeah.
It starts to go away, and it's hard to get it back.
That's another thing, ladies. Stop writing about guys going and staying hard. That does not exist.
I mean, we're like Super Saiyans. After the fight, the Saiyan power go down.
Wow, you just went nerd there.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I like Dragon Ball as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to cite it.
Dragon Ball Z is awesome, sir.
I
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! When he plays the Egyptian god cards. One time, one move, that's it.
Personally, I like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z.
Irrelevant. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
I like-
Okay. Now that we're done ranting for the fanfic shout out this week, we've done all the ranting. Now we're going to point you in the direction of something good. For this week, I'm highlighting Subseeker. She's a writer on LiveJournal. She has amazing stories. Although I must warn you, she loves to torture John Cena emotionally. Her stories have made me cry. She's a great writer. You can find her stuff at subseeker.livejournal.com. Go read her stuff. You won't be sorry. And that's it.
Okay, well, that was Fic Fails. And I guess that's going to wrap us up for this week. I am Big Al.
Nick the Shotmaster McGee.
Good enough.
How about that?
Good enough.
Sensational Saucy.
And that'll be a week. Now get out of my ring. Nick just shit his pants.
Sorry.
Oh my God! Why? This is recording!
I think I'll put this on the internet outtake.